Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to another viewer-requested Helmod Solutions. So, in the comments of the other viewer-requested solutions video, someone was asking about, hey, I've got a bunch of copper, right? All kinds of copper. I don't know what to do with it. I want to make modules. And so, how many modules can I make if all I want to input is the amount of copper? And that sounds easy, but it takes a little bit of finesse, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. So what we do is we start with copper plates, because that's what needs copper ore, and you can set it to electric furnaces or whatever. And then we switch it to ingredient input. And there you can input, 500 copper ore, whatever, per second or per minute. You can always change the base time as well in Helmod. But we'll go with something simple like 4 blue belts worth of copper, which is going to be 180. So from there, you can click on the products and work your way down the production line to make circuits, make blue circuits, and you need red circuits for all the modules. So let's say you were going to make all 3 tiers of speed module. And then it starts messing up a little bit because it's using all of the copper to make one thing, but then you need copper again for another thing. Same thing for the modules. So you do matrix solver and you think, oh, I'm perfectly happy. This is all I needed. All I wanted to know is that I make 5.4 speed module 3s a minute. But there's 2 other pieces that are missing. One, you don't know the oil amount for these. 2, you don't know the building amount to make the oil products or the iron. And 3, what if you also wanted productivity modules as well? So we won't cover beaconing or changing the assemblers here, but you could easily do that. What you're going to end up doing is you're actually going to make another block that's connected to this one that produces the other ingredients for this block. And so what you do is you can click on the input up here. So you're in the production line view. And then you click on your sulfuric acid. And here's a little bit of the issue is that, if you then click on the plastic, it's going to make yet another block, but you really want these to be part of the same block. So another option, actually, it's kind of weird, but you can put them up here in this block itself, and then you filter by product. You have to right-click on this to change it. And then, where are my iron plates? Oh, right, filter by product. There we go. And then you can shift click or control click on this to convert these recipes to a block. Now the weird thing is it says with all the rows below, but when you're on input mode, it'll actually be all the recipes above. So then we have our block with the 3 things we want. Now it's not linked by default for some reason, so you have to click on this little see all products, and then you can control click to make sure it knows, hey, I want to output iron plates as well from this block. And you could always do iron plates in a separate block if you want to, because the oil can get a little bit hairy as well. So the way we need to work with oil is, and it's interesting because there's ingredients of iron ore too, so that's why you need, that's why it wasn't by default outputting iron plates. So anyway, sulfur needs some petroleum, and then we have coal, which is a basic resource. And then we need our petroleum gas, and we're going to want matrix solver for this, of course, because there's 3 ways to get the petroleum. There's the actual oil processing, there's the light oil cracking, and then there's the heavy oil into light oil. And we're going to assume you just use all of your oil for this. And you're going to need matrix solver for this. And ta-da, there you go, everything's all happy. And now you've got raw resources set by the amount of copper into modules. Now, the last question is, what if I wanted equal amounts of speed and prod? Well, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to go into this block, you're going to hit copy, you're going to go back out, you're going to hit paste, and then you're going to move that up, and then you're just going to go in here and switch these 3 to the prod modules, and keep it on matrix solver, and then you go back out, and you're good to go. And you would just have to manually set each copper amount. Now, you might be saying to yourself, I don't want to manually set the copper. That's annoying. There's not really a way around that. The only thing you can do is if you can take off matrix solver without it breaking, then you can set this copper recipe to use 50% of your input copper. And in that event, you could set a new line to create the copper ore from the miner's recipe, which is this, and then move that to the top here. And then I can say, hey, the products are 500 copper ore, and then I actually would delete the input amount here. Or let's see, that should be working. Product. Oh, I need to link it. Yeah, there we go. And then keep on matrix solver and then turn it off. So now it will automatically link the amount of copper, and then we can do the same thing for this one. Link. And then finally, the last thing we need to do is turn this one back to 50% by turning off matrix solver, set the copper to 50%, because matrix solver will break all your percentages. So if you need matrix solver, you can't use this option, unfortunately. But this would allow for the first one to use 50% of the copper, and then the next one will use up the rest. If you had all three module types, you'd set the first one to use 33.3%, the second one would use 50% of what's left, and the last one would use 100%. And then that would equally distribute your copper among three module types. And now you can just change this number as you will, and it will automatically update everything for you. And you can see your raw resource counts here for the things other than copper. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are looking for more ways to solve your problems in Helmod, please let me know in the comments or in my Discord, links below, and I will see you all in the next video.